Good afternoon, sorry guys, I didn't realize I was live. I'm still waiting for the thing for the sign to say I'm live. Good afternoon, Gossip Talk Show's family. It's Namsa here at Gossip Talk Show's Find Your Own Voice, lead from within. So I am on my own today, guys, and as you can see, it's a holiday season. And I hope you guys are getting ready. I know there are some people who are traveling, going to different countries for holidays to spend time with families. Me, I'm going to be in the United Kingdom. So the topic today, guys, is choosing peace over potential in dating. There comes a moment in your dating journey when you realize that being impressed by someone's potential is not the same as being safe in their present. Um, we all meet that person who is almost there. They could be amazing once they heal. They might commit once they are ready. Um, they say they want a future, but right now they are inconsistent, confusing, and emotionally unavailable. Potential is intoxicating. It whispers, stays a little longer. Be patient, sacrifice yourself now. Maybe one day it will all pay off. But while waiting for what might be, you're slowly losing touch with the peace, with your dignity and clarity you deserve right now. So choosing peace over potential dating is not a lack of faith in people. It's not a harshness, bitterness, or impatience. It's courageous. It's a courageous decision to stop building your life on maybe and start building on what is real, present, and consistent. Peace is not boring, guys. Peace is not settling. Peace is the fruits of emotional self. Is peace is alignment, peace is honest, and peace is respect. When you choose peace, you choose mentally and emotional health. So guys, I think I forgot to do something. So I'm gonna have to go and do this thing that I forgot to do. Um, I forgot to actually set up Restream, and I'm sure when you guys are watching Restream is coming out as a different topic. So I actually need to go and change the topic. So you're gonna have to bear with me. I will be talking to you while I do this, while I change the topic. Um, and I shall be, um, yeah, I will be talking to you. So step by step, there are a few steps that we have to cover on this topic. Number one, admitting that potential is not a promise. When we talk about potential, guys, we talk about beauty. There's some Grant shared this story yesterday where this guy walked into on the train. This guy was on the train, and when he was on the train, he had this beautiful girl, and they all wondered what you could see that they were happy, but they all would have wondered what does this girl see in this guy? But I'm sure there was something beauty that he saw in this guy. So let me change the topic for you guys. Correct the topic. So I know there are some people like when they see people dating, like they're like it's for them it's all about the looks and stuff. But a man has to have brain. If a man has brain when it comes to dating, and a woman has to have a brain as well. Brain comes with the beauty, so I think that that's what is important when it comes to dating and stuff. So yeah, I should be able to change the topic for you guys. Now I need the video description. I need to write a video description. Okay. Okay, let me do this. I hope it's going to allow me. And I hope it's going to allow me to do this, guys. Is it changing? I know Twitter is not going to change it. Twitter is very, very funny. Might not change it. Has it changed it? Saving. LinkedIn, as always, is refusing. Is that Facebook? What was that LinkedIn? Well, LinkedIn wants me to go and change it inside LinkedIn. Let me see if I can change it. Yeah, LinkedIn is going to allow me to change it inside, which is, I'm okay with that. So yeah, I'm sorry about this, guys. I meant to change it, but I think I forgot. So let me change LinkedIn. I'll be with you in a second. You will like the topic as well, because the topic is, it's a very beautiful topic, choosing what's real instead of potential. Because sometimes the potential is not really, it can be exhausting. Okay. Okay, let's see if it works. Okay, I've managed to change it on LinkedIn as well. Yeah, it's worked. So I hope other social media is working as well. So number one, guys, admit that potential is not promised. Stop treating potential like a guarantee. Someone can have incredible qualities, dreams, or talent and still not be ready or willing to love you well. And acknowledge that who they are right now matters more than who they might become one day. This is the first step for breaking the spell of fantasy. It's important. Dr. Olukoya always share this with us. He always share, if you listen to him on YouTube, he always says, who you marry is the critical component of how your life is able to move forward when it comes to your destiny. The person you choose to marry. So he always talk about that. Number two, define what peace means to you. Because that person, they might be beautiful, intelligent, and they might have all these qualities that a man will want or a woman will want, but emotionally they are not available to date that moment. So define what peace means to you. Peace is personal. For you, it might mean consistent communications, emotional safety might mean honest or spiritual alignment. So write down, what does peace look like? What does it feel like in a relationship, so you can recognize when it's present and when it's missing. When you're dating someone, these are things that are important. Number three, notice how your body feels around them. Your nervous system often knows the truth before your mind rationalize it away. Uh, it away. So it's really, really important that you feel relaxed, seen and ready, steady, or tense, or edgy, or overthinking, or every message or whatsoever. Is your body powerful lie detector start listening to you? Or how do you feel when you are with this person? So those are the things that are important. Number four, separate the chemistry from compatibility. Intense attraction can be thrilling, but it doesn't equal long-term alignment. Ask, can we resolve conflict well? Are we value aligned? Do they show up consistently? Peace love may not always be loud, but it is deeply stable. Number five is stop romanticizing red flags. If their unreliability, emotionally immaturity, or disrespect is constantly causing you pain, that's not mysterious. Complicated, that's not mysterious, is complicated or deep. So you can actually, that means it's misalignment. So the moment you stop dressing this in function up or depth, you reclaim your peace. See things as they are. Or now what you already know, that's number six. You don't always need one more sign. If you already feel disrespected, always you just need sidelined or emotional stuffed trust that just choose peace. Starts with believing your own observation instead of waiting for them to become undeniable disasters. Sometimes we know what's wrong. We can feel what is wrong, but because maybe we've been hurt in the past and we don't trust our own judgment. I can go, guys, and ask someone how I feel about a man, or if I meet a man, I can go and my body would tell me the truth that, like, maybe this is the right guy. I could feel in my body, my spirit would tell me that this is alignment, or if it's not alignment, would tell me that this is not alignment, it does not align with what you are looking for. I then will have to go because I don't believe in me. I don't trust my judgment. I'll go and trust it, ask a friend. A friend will look at the guy, he's driving a nice car. He's got a huge house. He's got everything. A friend will be like, come on, Nomsa. He's got it all. He's good looking. He's got this, he's got that. He's a nice guy. Stay with him. But me, deep down in my heart, I know that my heart says no. Or maybe he's a good guy. I'm just overthinking, just doubting. And then he make the wrong decisions. So identify your pattern with projects. Are you drawn to people you need to fix, heal, or serve? Remember, we are not there when it comes to dating, we are not there to heal people. We are not there to fix anyone or save anyone. That can often come from wanting to feel needed or worthy. Recognizing this pattern helps you shift from being a rescuer to being a partner. That is where peace begins. I have seen people that are dating and they are like, I can't leave her because she's gone through this, she's gone through this. If I'm dating you, please never use my sacrifice and say I can't leave Nomsa because she's going through sacrifice. Why wouldn't you go? Why wouldn't you go? If I tell you that I have gone through human blood sacrifice, I'm not telling you to feel sorry for me. I'm telling you to raise an awareness that it exists. I've gone through it. So, but you have to treat me like a normal person. So if you are dating me and you feel that we are not aligned together, you leave. You don't date me and sleep with me because you feel sorry for me. It wouldn't feel right in spirit. In the physically, it wouldn't feel right when you date someone because you feel sorry for them. There are some people who do that. They're like, oh, I can't leave her or I can't leave him because he's going through tough times. What? So why should you be a rescuer? Why should you rescue somebody else? That's God's job to do. That's angels of God to do. That's their work. That's what they are supposed to be doing. Why should you be a fixer? Why should you fix someone? If they don't want to fix themselves, why should you fix them? So for me, that's how I see life. When you date me because you find me attractive, because you believe that I am the woman that you want to spend the rest of your life with. Not because you feel sorry for me. You don't date me because you feel sorry for me. So this is how people make mistake. They get into depression, they get into anxiety, unhappy relationship because they're dating someone, but they know they shouldn't be in that relationship, but they're dating them anyway. So it's important, guys, when you're dating someone, when you enter a relationship, you date them because you want to be there. You're not there to heal them. You are not there to fix them. Like myself, I'm a coach. If you date me, don't expect me to coach you. We have to have coaching. We have to have a relationship coach. That is not me. I can see what's there in my relationship. Somebody else's eyes. I need someone else's eyes. So if we are dating, we need a different coach, not me to say I'm going to fix this relationship. I can't fix it. And I can't fix you either. So you have to be up your game. So all these things are really, really, really important when you dating someone. It's important to understand that you are not there to rescue them. Uh, Identify all these patterns. Number 8, give permission to want is love. Love does not have to be hard, guys. It doesn't. Love is it has to be, you have to, it has to go smoothly. We Of course, we do have arguments in relationship, challenges in relationship, but love it has to be easy. Love will have challenges, but it shouldn't feel like constant war zone. Allow yourself to desire a relationship that flows, where both of you choose each other without games, guys. Love hasn't got games. It hasn't got manipulations or constantly uncertainty. It hasn't got all that. Um, number 9, make consistency your new standard. Potential lives in speech and promises. Peace lives in patterns and consistency. Look at what they do over time. Do their actions match their words? Consistency is where you find the truth. Inconsistency is where you find confusion. Sometimes a relationship can bring confusion. Family can bring confusion. Guys, be in a relationship where you are appreciated. People always say, what if in-laws they don't like me? What if this one it doesn't like me? A man has to make his own decision, guys. I myself, I will never ever see my mother bringing a man, even with one eye. My mom saying, no, I don't like the guy, because my mom is not dating that guy. My family will always support me in every step that I take in life. When I'm talking about my family, I'm talking about my mom and dad and my siblings. They will always, always support me in everything that I do. Whoever I date, whoever they date is none of my business as long as they are happy. For me, that's how I see life. So it's truly, truly, truly important when you date someone, go for easy life, easy love. Love has to be easy. love where there is God, guys. Like if you come to my family will love God. We are not religious, but my family, they are full of love. If you go to my family, you don't have a car, they'll give up and they'll give you their cars. How long are you here? Or if they don't give you cars, they'll come and pick you up, or they will just help you out, whatever you need. We're not perfect family, but we're normal family. So if you date Nomsa, know that you go for an easy ride. Me, I'm not an easy when it comes to a relationship, when it comes to love. I'm not a hard person to love, but many always find it hard. But when they are not with me, that's when they realize what they've lost. Ask the hard questions early. Don't avoid meaningful questions because you are scared of pushing them away. Ask about their intentions. What are their values, beliefs, and future plans? Peaceful dating is clear dating, is the truth. If the truth scares them off, that means they were never your peace. I always say, when Lucifer was torturing me, Satan was torturing me, I always said to him, whatever is meant for me is meant for me. Anything that is meant for me, no one can take it away. And I always believe that any person that is meant to stand with me, to be with me when it comes to life, he always threatens and causes fear to say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, or I'm going to control your spouse to do this, to do that. But I always believe in me and said, if my spouse responds to your deception, that means they were never mine in the first place. Because anything that is meant for me will stay with me. Anything that Satan tortures me and he take it away from me is not meant for me. That's my belief. That's what I believe, that every person that turned against me in those moments when I needed them the most, they were not meant for me. Of course, they are in my life. Of course, they are in my life. But when it comes to the destiny, they are not meant to be in the foundation of my destiny. They're meant to be there because there are people that God loves, but God knows that this person is just there to take from me. Because I love them, I'm just gonna give them what they need. He knows there are people like that. Then there are people that God knows that this person, without them, this my job will not be completed. So he has to fight for them to get to where they need to be. So all those things, guys, you have to ask questions. Ask if they want to have kids, if they their values, their beliefs, and the future plans. What do they plan? Like myself, I'm a Christian. Like you see me, I fast, cleansing my life. It means I need a man that thinks the same thing, that life is important. If they might not understand what I'm doing, but they have an idea of, yes, a mind has to be cleared, a soul has to be cleared, a soul has to be free. So if I date someone who's always into depression, who's always complaining, always maybe um they don't believe in being who they are created to be. Some people don't believe that. So it wouldn't work. So for me, I'm a believer. I'm not a religious person. I'm a Christian. I go to church. I believe in God. So I just want to be clear with people, those that say, oh, religious people, this, me, I'm not religious. God is not religious. He was crucified by religious people. His blood was spilled on the ground. His body was spilled on the ground. He was destroyed by people who are religious. God himself, his Father in heaven, he is not religious. He created the heaven and the earth. So for me, I understand that there's a creator, that is somebody who created the heaven, who created the earth for me to live freely. And what does it requires? I then have to ask myself, what does it require me to live freely? It means I need to cleanse myself. I need to understand how to heal my body. I need to understand how to heal my soul. I need to understand how to connect with that creator. I need to understand to claim who God created me to be. Meaning, I've got to call out my husband. I've got to say, God, give me my husband that you ordained for me. Give me the life that you ordained for me. So I'm able to do that. So I need to date a guy that will be able to understand his entitlement on earth. No one is entitled to go to the job 9 to 7 or 9 to 9, 9 to 5, and just earn 4 grand, 5 grand, and that's enough for life. No one is entitled for that. We are entitled for more. So for me, then now when I'm dating, that's when the alignment has to align. My desire, their desire. If I desire to be a millionaire, am I willing to receive that 1 million tomorrow, like Pastor James is teaching? He says, if you desire, he says your desire has to align. Like when God was healing, doing his healing, when he was approaching that person that wanted the healing from him, he says, what's your desire? What do you desire? And that person had faith already. But they were like, and they believe that God carries the healing that they need. And God will say, your faith, just by doing nothing, He will say, your faith is healed, you go and sin no more. So that's what I believe myself. Like when we talk about the values, we talk about the alignment. Like I come here on social media, I teach what I teach. So I now need someone that will align with my beliefs. My beliefs is I wasn't born to be ordinary. I was born to be extraordinary. I'm no different than Bill Gates. So why shouldn't I be a billionaire? I'm no different like other people that are millionaires that are worth 100 million, 50 million. Why am I so different? I understand in my desire. I know that I'm no different. So I need someone that thinks like me. Thinks like me, act the way God has created them to act, and we desire the same desires. So those are the things that, guys, when you are dating someone, when you date a woman, ask the questions. Do you want to have children? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in 2 years' time? Maybe that person, they just want to get married. They want to have children. They don't want to know hustle of being a businesswoman or a businessman. Maybe they don't want all that. So does it wrong? No, it's not. So date, ask questions when you're dating. Make sure that there's an alignment with that. Don't fear and say, if I don't ask questions, it's going to be too early. They're going to leave me. Pay attention to how they handle your no. Peace, peaceful people respect your boundaries. If your no is meant is met with pressure, guilty, tripping or withdrawal or affection, that's a warning sign. A partner who honors your boundaries will contribute to your peace, not threaten it. They will understand that, okay, she's saying no or he is saying no. So that's okay. They will respect you, they will honor you. So those are really, really, really important things, guys. When you are dating someone, pay attention without judgment. Number 13, refuse to be the only one doing emotional labor. If you always initiating the hard conversation, always trying to fix what's broken, always carrying the weight of the relationship, your peace will suffer. A healthy relationship has two emotionally present adults, not one healer or one passenger. It has two. So make sure that everything that you do has an alignment. Let go of the fear of being alone, fear of loneliness. Loneliness, when we're feeling lonely, is where we need God. Some people, they fear that if I don't date this woman or this guy, I'm going to be alone. Loneliness is where you need God. Remind yourself that being single with peace is better than being with a partner who is a pain in the bum. Learn to enjoy your own company. It makes you stronger and clearer in choices. The choices that we make in life, they define how our tomorrow is going to look like. So if I am feeling lonely, it's where I need God. That's what God is for. It's not for dating. It's where I need to pray and connect with God, um, and pray to God and be closer to God. He's my Father. So that is important for those who didn't know that you don't solve loneliness just by going to dating and say, I need a partner because I'm feeling lonely. No, you don't do that. So clarify your non-negotiation in non-negotiables. What are your absolutely must have? Emotional safety, respect, faith, alignment, family values. Like myself, guys, the family values are important to me. Identify your top non-negotiable. Um, Faith alignment. Faith is important to me. Like I said to you guys, I'm not religious. So I don't want someone, when I say to people that I'm religious, it means that I'm limiting myself. So I respect my faith, my values. So I'm not religious. So family values are important to me. The reason why I never say I'm not religious is because the moment you tell yourself that you're religious, you start putting culture, mixing culture, religion, and blah, blah, blah. For me, when it comes to God, there is no culture, there is no religion. Oh, I can't do this for God because my culture does not allow. That does not, that's for me, I'm a child of God. Whatever I need, I go to the Bible. The Bible tells me what I'm supposed to be doing to for my image to represent the image of God in the kingdom of darkness. In the kingdom of darkness, how do I show up? How does Satan has to see me? How do I show up in the kingdom of God, the throne of grace? How do I show up? So when I show up in the kingdom of darkness, representing Satan, but I'm saying I'm a child of God, what do you think Satan would do? Satan laughs. Honestly, Lucifer laughs when people say I'm a Christian and blah, 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 and you are wearing a miniskirt. It goes, you're having a laugh, are you? You can't be a Christian. You belong to me. That's why, guys, there are some things like sometimes when you see me dancing, I don't wear a miniskirt. I don't do that. Um, because otherwise I'll be representing his kingdom. My body is not meant to be flawed. My body is perfect as it is. God gave me that body, but before my mindset was different. I used to believe for me to get the guys, I got to show my boobies. For me to get married, to find a nice guy, I got to show my boobies. But that wasn't the right way of thinking. A good guy will love me for who I am, for what I'm wearing, whatever. Even if I'm wearing a long dress, they will love me for that. So it's just what we believe that has to align with the people that we're dating. So if you are somebody who know your values, like for me, my family values are very, very strong. What I've noticed in the UK, they call family values where you have to come for family dinners, Christmas dinners, birthday dinners, Sunday dinners, and whatever you name it. That's for them, that's family. For me, a family, it means we cry together. When things are tough, it means I'm there for you. I can't move. I'm there with you. When life it does not make sense to me, family values, it means I'm there for my family. When life it does not make sense in a member of my family, it means Nomsa, she's there. I'm not there to make things better, but I'm there to say I hear you. I hear your voice. I pray with you. Whatever you need, I'm there for you. That's what I call family values. Not to invite me to your dinner and then when I leave you backstab me. That's not family values. For me, I need a man that has those strong family values where they value each other. They to them family is everything. So for me, that's what I do. Not all these things where if you don't do what I want, you're no longer my family. I'm gonna stop talking to you if you don't do this. People do that. I've seen families. You don't show up to their dinners, they don't talk to you. But they say these families. So when guys, when you're talking to a guy or talking to a woman, understand where do they come from? What kind of a family do they come from? Like myself, if you come to my family, if I was to take you to Africa, come to my family, you'll find maybe 50 people waiting to celebrate you. And that's who they are. Even though they have nothing to give, but they are willing to give you the love that you desire, to feel loved, to feel worthy. That's my family. So that's what family values to me are. It's not come for my dinner. If you don't come for my dinner, you're no longer worthy. It's not like that. Yeah, I wasn't raised like that. I've seen here in the UK, it's like that. Um, if you don't come to my family dinner, that means you're no longer worth it. If you don't show up for my birthday, or if you don't show up for this, that means you're no longer worth it. But in my family, we don't do that. For me personally, I don't do that. The family goes far above and beyond that. If I can't make it even to my siblings' birthday, I give them money. I say, I can't make it to your birthday. That's okay. We love each other. We are there for each other. And mostly, my parents died. Like my dad and my stepdad died, and my stepmom died. My mom, she's alive. And the love that I got from my parents, I'm not the oldest, guys, but the love that I got from my parents is the love that I'm showing to my siblings. What does love mean? When someone says, I love you, this is what they mean. For them, they might not understand it, but for me, because I've experienced it, loving my parents, being loved by my parents, I know what love is. When someone says, I love you, I know what it means. But when someone pretending in my spirit, also I can feel it. So it's important, guys, when you meet someone, when it comes to dating, you sit down with that person, don't put them to court. There's a difference between crucifying someone and there's a difference between wanting to get to know the person. Like people always say, for me to ask questions, Nomsa, what do I need to do? So I'm like, what does the people that needs to teach what the dating is the old generation, our grandparents. Our grandparents, they talked, they asked questions, they communicated. That's all you need to do. You don't need to go in front of the mirror and learn the blah, blah, blah. You don't need to do all that. It needs to come from the heart. Your communications, it has to come from the heart. That person has to feel it. That is real. That is true. You truly, truly asking questions because you are interested in me, because you want to communicate with me, because you want to get to know me. Uh, or if there is a connection, you are willing to spend the time with me. You are willing to spend the rest of your life with me. So they can feel that. Anything that is rehearsed in front of the mirror, they can feel it is cold. You're asking questions for the sake of asking questions because someone said to you, ask these questions. So ask the questions that everybody has the things that they desire in life. There's want that the things that you want in life. Be open and ask those questions. Maybe you want to have children. Maybe you want to travel around the world. Maybe you don't want to have children. Ask, be open. When you ask someone with the openness, they can feel it that, oh yeah, this dating is real. So let go of fear of being alone. Clarify your non-negotiable. Recognize the emotions, breadcrumbs. Do they give you just enough affection? Or attention or effort to keep you hooked, but never enough to make things clear or source. They're not really making clear to you what they want. They want you to keep guessing. That's breadcrumbing. Peaceful dating requires full meals, not crumbs. So you, as a woman, as a man, you have to value yourself. That I need to be given a full meal, not someone who wants to keep me for the sake of keeping me. They are not clear about what they want in a relationship. So you don't want that. You want full meal. When you go to a restaurant, you have starters, you have a main meal, you have drinks in between, and you have dessert. You have pudding after. So you have the whole thing. But when you decide, I'm not going to have a pudding today, it's a choice. So are they really giving you the clear picture of this is, I'm very, very transparent. This is what I want. Are they giving you that clear picture? So number 7, stop waiting for future vision. Them. If you find yourself constantly thinking, when they finally grow, are they going to grow? Or are they going to heal? Are they going to commit? Are they going to change? You are investing in a future vision that may never arrive. Anchor your choices in who they are today, not the fantasy of their evolution. Who they are today, how are they behaving? Listen to wise counsel. Sometimes people outside the relationship can see what you refuse to see. If you trusted emotional, healthy people in your life, keep expressing concern. Don't dismiss them. Peace often comes when pride steps aside and wisdom steps in. So you know what you want. Be clear of what you want. Number 19, heal the part of you that equates peace with boredom. If your upbringing or past relationship were filled with chaos, drama may feel normal and peace may feel strange. Do the inner work to retrain your heart to see calm, respectful. Love as a self and attractive, not dull. So it's really, really important, guys. My upbringing, I was raised by 2 men, guys. So for me, a guy that comes to my life and tells me that they love me, they want to spend the rest of their lives with me, they got to be a man. I don't like these men that go and backstabbing me. They talk about me behind my back, or I was raised by two men. I'm a very, very strong woman. I can take anything. I can take rejection. I'm okay with that. I can take when a man says, Nomsa, you know what? I don't like your character, or I don't like this. I can take all that. So I was raised by two men. My fathers never lied to me to say, Nomsa, you're beautiful. They know that beauty is not going to take me to where I need to be. They knew that they cannot keep telling me that I'm beautiful. They tell me to suck it up and get up and do things and cry to God and do what I have to do. I have to do in order to become the woman that I am today. That's why I survived the human blood sacrifice. I find that moment when I was fighting, I find myself now, the values that my father raised me with and the values that my stepfather raised me with. I found myself now using those values because Satan's job is to destroy. And now I find myself using those values to say you can use people to reject me, but I love myself enough. I know that I'm enough. People can reject me. People can say whatever they say about me, but all I know is I know who I am. I know who God created me to be. I'm not going to, my life is going to be defined by what people think about me. Those were the values that I was raised by my parents. That you rise, when you fall, you rise. No one will fix your life. Only you can fix it. Only you can cry to God. Only you can ask God to help you to get to where you need to be. Only you can do whatever it takes to survive, to be the woman that you're meant to be. That's how my family raised me. I find myself now needing those values to understand them. When Satan was turning everyone against me, it was in those moments when my father's voice will start speaking, rise, rise. If these people don't want you, someone else will want you. God wants you. God loves you. Rise. So it's important, guys, to understand when it comes to dating. Know that peace is important. Healing is important in your life. Drama is not an option. I watch people turning against me in those moments. There was drama, but they were like, she's causing drama, but I wasn't. And I watched, and I said to Satan, do whatever you have to do. I will do what I have to do to survive. If I need God, I need God. I don't think a human being can help me to what I'm going through, because Satan wanted to manipulate me. He wanted to manipulate my mind. In order for him to do that, he will go and manipulate the people that I love. He will go and manipulate the people that I love the most. But I couldn't do anything. You can't fix anybody. The drama is not an option. All you have to do is, because when someone says, I love you, watch what they do, not what they say. They say, I love you, but they completely go and completely do a different thing. That means they're lying. When someone says, I accept you, and they go and completely and do one thing, that means they're lying. I stood by my family. When Lucifer wanted to kill my family, I stood by them. I fought for them. But can they do that for me? No, they wouldn't. So I share with you guys that drama when you are dating, drama is not an option. 1 minute when you are calling someone on the phone, they're bringing drama to you. They're manipulating you. They're playing games, making you feel that you're not good enough. Why would you date a woman that plays games with you? Why would you date a man that wants to play games with you, that wants to make you feel that you are not enough? You are enough for yourself. If a good guy has not come around, you wait. Be still. That's what Exodus 14, verse 14. And know that I am God. Don't try to fit in a relationship that is not meant for you. Don't try to fit in. Love is love, guys. I don't know how I can explain love. Love is very, very easy and very, very simple, but we complicate it. So that's why for me, I don't get involved in nonsense. I don't. And Satan is one of those people who likes nonsense. Honestly, he loves nonsense. Is something that he loves. He hates relationship. Any good relationship, he hates it. And he is not afraid to go and destroy it. I've watched Lucifer destroying relationships. I've watched him where I'm sitting there and then he goes and destroy. And the same person that is in a good relationship, they have a good husband, they have a good wife, a good husband, they come and start telling you the crap about their wives. They will tell you that my wife is this, and then I'm thinking, but your wife is a good woman. Back her off and realize it. I can't tell that. I can't say that to someone, but I just have to say, God, have mercy. A man is married to a good woman. And they come and tell you, oh, my wife is this, my wife, Lucifer is laughing. You say, look at human beings never satisfied. You see a man is married like a woman, he's got a good husband. And they come and tell you that my husband is this, is this, is this. You know what? I can't be bothered. I can't be asked. But they're saying they're looking for a good guy. And here's the good guy. Satan has just done one thing to undo it. And the heart just agrees and says, that one is not good enough. And then after that, they start going through hell. It's not easy to find that right person to replace them. It's no longer easy. So when you are dating someone, guys, you have to know yourself. Satan deals with the heart. He changes the heart, nothing else. He changes the heart. So you dump that person. And because you're saying you're looking for a good person, you already have a good person, and he comes and change the heart. And then now your heart, you want something else. So it's important to know thyself. For me, I'm standing today and be able to do the talk show every single day alive because I knew myself. When he comes and do something, I say, that's not my character. I don't do that. I will refuse. Remain in the lane of love. Always remain in the lane of love, caring, integrity. You know yourself. Remain in that lane. So that is important for you to have clarity of what you want. When you refuse to actually waste time for your future, basically. And number 17 is stop waiting. That was number 17, stop waiting for future vision. Then listen to a wise counsel. I've covered that. Number 18, heal the part of you that equates peace with the boredom. I've spoke about that. Look at how they handle conflict. That is really, really important. At Hope Spring Eternal Introduction Agency, that's why I do all my clients. I have to meet them face to face. I have to go to mini dinners with them. When I'm doing that, I'm just observing how are they communicating with waitresses? How are they communicating with me? Are they telling me what I need to hear? Number 21, stop explaining away this disrespect. He just stressed. Making an excuse for a man, making an excuse for a woman. She's just going through a lot at this moment. Life is hard for everyone. Guys, I've gone through human blood sacrifice. Not even one day I have expected somebody to actually feel sorry for me. I've got up and taken my children to school. I have got up and done the things that I've got to do because I know no one else will do it for me. I know that even when I'm going tough times, I cannot raise a voice to anyone. I cannot disrespect my spouse. I know that. I've gone through my own battles and battling them and battles them. I've gone out and not pretending, but living a life as a normal life. When I see people now, when I tell people that when I met you in 2015, when I gave birth, Lucifer had already entered. The sacrifice had already been entered my life. When I was pregnant with my daughter, she's 10 years old now. Satan had already entered. I was going through tough times, going through what my dad went through. There were times where my dad, I'm very, very light in complexion, very, very light. But there's people that I met, I was dark now because I was in the courtroom of darkness. I was in hell, waiting to be taught, to be cooked. There were times where a man comes and told me that I don't want a baby. Me, I'm thinking I'm fighting my battles. But it was later on, I realized that these people had already entered. They were doing my father's story to me to cause humiliation. But I had to get up. The whole Henley here, they'll tell you that when Nomsa, I'm sure they know because people talk about my life, they'll tell you. I'm sure somebody was telling when her child was pregnant, he didn't even want her. But that was my father's story. Satan had already entered in my life, but I didn't know that when this man now is now behaving and they are now using my father's spirit as a humiliation, they are using what my father did when I was born. My father went to the hospital and said, "Can I see my daughter?" And then they are bringing this child. My grandmother, they are light in complexion. My great grandparents, very, very light, like mixed race. My grandparents are the same. My dad is dark, very, very, very dark, like his dad, dark. My daddy was like, "Give me my child. That's not my child." And they looked at his grandparents. That was my great grandparents. And they looked at his mother, my grandmother. She's very light complexion, light, like mixed race. And they said, "Witness, that's your daughter." My dad wanted to turn the hospital upside down. But when I'm sharing this story with you guys, I had to live a normal life. I knew my story. I knew what I was fighting. At that moment, the Holy Spirit had me realize that I'm now fighting Satan. The story that now is being proclaimed, portrayed to my daughter is no longer my daughter's story, it's my father's story. The guy was saying, "I don't want the child," but it wasn't him speaking. It was Satan trying to show me that I have entered your life. Me, I didn't realize. It was later when I realized now that actually something is not right. Why am I living the stories that my father lived? I was told about this story that when my mother gave birth, my father was like, that's not my child. My child should be dark like me. And they looked at him and they were like, no, it is your child. Look at your family. Look at your surroundings. His family, they're like mixed race. But him, because he has a Nigerian blood, Kenyan blood, is dark. My dad is very, very dark and very handsome. That boy, very, very handsome, my father. So that's when I realized that Satan has entered. But have I ever changed my character? I didn't. I remain who I am until today. I fought the battles. I fought the battles each and every single day. I never changed. Why? Because God was always there to say, whatever you need, Nomsa, I am your father in heaven. I have your back. I knew I couldn't take the stress to, to my spouse. I knew I couldn't take the stress to my children. In those moments, it was then God taught me, what does love mean? Remember how your father loved you. It was then I hold on to my children. It was then I had to stay focused. Understand what does love mean? It means to stay focused. I had to stay focused. So I'm sharing this story with you guys. When you date a man, you can't make them make an excuse and say, I'm treating the way that I'm treating you because I'm going through this. I'm treat a woman disrespecting you. If they say to you, I'm treating you the way that I'm treating you because of what I'm going through. You can't do that. I was going through tough times. Because God was there. I knew that when my life, my children depended on me. When I get up every morning, I take them to school. When Lucifer's making demand, I'll take them to school. I pick them up. I cook for them. I'll eat with my children. They thought everything, life was beautiful, but it wasn't. So I share this with you guys because when you make an excuse, when a man is abusing you, you make an excuse, you say, oh, he's doing this because of this. Get him out. She's doing this because of this, or she's never, blah, blah. Get her out. She's not your problem. That's God's problem. That's what life is about. It sounds horrible, but that's what it is. I had to go through my own pain. When I watch people, when I look at people judging me, I'm like, you don't know what I had to go through. You don't know what God has pulled me through. The love that God has given me, the armor, the refuge where He took me in and said, Nomsa, you are my child. I love you. I will protect you. I will protect your heart. I will protect everything around you. I'm like, you don't know what I've been through. You see me laugh, you see me walk. But I've gone through all that, so I don't take it. God had to take responsibilities to protect me. to protect people around me, to make sure the guy that I'm dating, even though when Satan was using them to hit me, to do this, but God make sure that Nomsa be still. Whatever pain I was going through, he wiped that pain away. And that's why today, when I say, guys, I love God, people don't understand why God means so much to me. Is because of the protection. I never went to anxiety medication. I never, because to him, there was anxiety was not a second option. It was not a first option. He wiped away the tears. He wiped it away. The disappointment, the rejection, the sorrow that was put in my life. Because when demands are made, when someone make demands that I want to sacrifice her, but I want her to have nothing, no money, no friends. I wanted to have nothing, but they forgot one person. They forgot that God exists. He stood by me. So I'm sharing this with you guys so that when you date someone, you don't make an excuse for them and say they are what they are because of this. Protect your dating rhythm is important. If your sleep works, friendship or spiritual life are constantly disturbed, relationship, there's drama, that's not good for your health. Number 27, ask, does this relationship make me like myself anymore? Do I feel like myself? Peaceful love makes you feel more like yourself, best self, more kind, more confidence, more grounded. Toxic potential love can leave you acting out of a character, more insecure and more reactive. Pay attention to who you are becoming around that person. Don't confuse the struggle with depth. Just because it's hard, it doesn't mean it's holy or meaningful. Deep, soulful connection can be gentle. You don't need to suffer to prove your love or the relationship values. Peaceful love can be deep without being destructive. Give yourself time to observe. It's really, really important. Number 26, stop trying to earn love by overgiving. Is important. Um, Knowing who you are is really, really important. You don't have to overgive. Um, Choose clarity over mixed signal. If someone gives you mixed signal, if you're constantly doing the texting, analyzing silence, observing over vibe, you are in mental war. No emotionally safe to someone who is for your peace will communicate it. They will communicate it clearly, not to keep you guessing. So if a man or a woman keeps you guessing, it means that they are playing games. Move on. Let your standard be a filter, not a cage. Healthy standard don't block love. They filter it. They don't imprison you. They protect you. Peace comes when you trust that a smaller pool or truly aligned options is better than a crowd of unaligned possibility. Number 28, check how they treat others around you, guys. Those are important. Be honest about your own readiness. Sometimes chase chaotic relationship because we are not fully ready for the steadiness of healthy love. Ask yourself, am I ready to be loved peacefully? Am I ready to show up with honest consistency and maturity too? Release, number 31, release the need to prove you were right about them. That's not a relationship. You don't have to stay and suffer just to prove that your belief in their potential was justified. It's okay to change your mind. As you gain the information, more information, peace is more important than being right. Is all of these are important. I've gone through, guys, like I share with you that I've gone through this, I've gone through that, but I don't need to prove to anyone that I was right. God will not allow me to do that. You don't need to prove anything. You need to be you. For me, I believe in the doing than proving a point. When you prove a point, that means you belong to Satan. Any child of God does not prove a point. It does not say, I told you so. You don't do that. You got to do what you have to do. When it comes to love, when it comes to um, connecting with someone, everything has to be real. It has to be authentic. Where there is no authenticity, I've seen, I think there were times where Satan will come and tell me that because I love to dance, guys. When I started dancing on Facebook, and then he would be like, people think you want attention, you want blah, blah, blah. I didn't want no attention, guys. When I was growing up, my family would tell you they gave me too much attention. Too much too much attention. So for me, my spirit, I am this person. If you want me, I can feel you that as a human being, you want to be with me. But if you don't want to be with me, there is no point in inviting me in your home because I know that I'm not wanted. I've dated guys, they are family members, they pretend to want to be with me. They pretend to like me, but deep down in my heart, I know that's crap. This one does not like me. Because when you are gifted, those are the things that are normal to you. So, you know, when a guy tells you that uh whatever they say, I don't want to be with you, you just know that no, you don't want to be with me because you're confused. You have your own problems. When a woman tells you that I don't want to be with you, I don't want to this, you don't fight them because you know that that person has their own issues they need to deal with. So when they have their issues that they need to deal with, therefore, then you need to leave them alone. So that's important. You don't force someone. You don't force someone. But some people, when someone says, I don't want to be with you, or they're confused, like they date, you know, there are times where you make a decision, you say, oh, I want to start dating. And then that person now they'll start playing games. When they're playing games, they're like, I'm not sure this is what I wanted. I thought that's what I wanted. But in my heart, I feel like that's not what I want. And then instead of being honest with you, they continue pretending. So if you do see those signals, just stop it straight away. Don't let it continue because it will affect you later. But for me, I can feel it when someone says that I will never ever date a guy that says they don't want to be with me. I will never ever do that. I will never ever date that. I will never do that. I will never do that. I will never, ever, ever date a guy. I've never dated a guy that does not love me anyway. Even those that they ended their relationship, the relationship was ended because of human blood sacrifice, because part of it, it was for me to feel alone. So when the soul is feeling alone, it's easy to take it. But I wasn't feeling alone. They forgot one person, which is God. God now and decided to teach me how to defend myself. And I became a big problem to the cauldron of darkness. So that's why when I read the statement that was written for the social services, it says Nomsa had a dream, her daughter missing. Why would I have a dream, my daughter missing, and then tell somebody else? That does not sound like me. I wouldn't do that. If I have a dream my daughter is missing, I pray about it in secret. But if I have a dream someone else's child, that wasn't my daughter who was missing, it was somebody else's child that I had a dream about missing. So I had to speak because the dream was coming over and over and over. It was now coming as thunder, meaning it was becoming really, or Lucifer was setting me up, or I don't know. But I wouldn't have a dream about my daughter and make a phone call and say I had a dream about my daughter missing. I would never do that. This is a lie. I know you guys are watching me to take notes and give it to social services because my spirit tells me that. That's okay. Um, so that was that. So I share this with you guys so you can make a decision when it comes to your love life. When you meet someone, don't make excuse for them. Just look at them and say, do I relate to this person like myself? I just love God. I've gone through human blood sacrifice. It's hard for a man to actually manipulate me because I hear the voice of the Holy Spirit. And the ancestors, even in themselves, can't help themselves. Even though I chase them away, they can't help themselves that Nomsa, this one is a liar. They can't help themselves to tell me that. Although I don't listen to them, I chase them away. I only listen to the voice of the Holy Spirit. So it's hard because of the level of my faith where I am. It's hard for me to meet someone and they lie to me. Even the people that reported me to social services, I can say their names, is the people that are were close to me, my children. So it's hard for someone to do something and lie to me. It's hard. So that's me. But now the question is, will someone be willing to date someone like Nomsa? That will be that person. They have to be truly, truly, truly honest. Am I really, can I date Nomsa? Nomsa doesn't do drama, by the way, guys. Me, I'm a very, very straightforward person. I'm a very uncomplicated woman. My children are very, very uncomplicated either. So now the guy will have to ask himself, am I good enough to date this girl? Will I relate to this girl? Because I'm not going to be talking about sacrifice. What I'll be talking about, for me, I need a guy that is going to remind me that Nomsa, it's time to go and pray. And that many takes the lead. We pray to God. We put our problems to God. We create goals together. How our tomorrow is going to look like. He's an architect. I'm a mentor. So he comes in with the ideas. I make sure that those ideas comes to pass. So those are the guys, like the guy when he's dating me, he has to be prepared, like to say, can I put up with this woman, her values, her beliefs? Because I don't believe that for me we are created to be ordinary. I believe that we are created to be extraordinary. And I believe that we are intelligence. There's part of us that we have to unleash our intelligence that has been locked up, where you have to unleash that intelligence to create the life that you want. That's my belief, that we created the life that, whatever the life that we want, we have to create it. We have to give God something to work with. So that's what I believe. So now the guy has to say, do I relate with this woman or not? But if you don't relate to me, that's okay. I'm not gonna date a guy that wants me to pretend to be something that I'm not. I like doing research. So I like to go on the computer. Let's do some research, honey. We want to do something. I do some research. I like to speak God. I like to communicate with God. with the things that I need to do with my business. My business is not going well. I need a man that is going to remind me that Nomsa is important. To actually read your Bible is important for you to love yourself, love your children. It's important to put our relationship first. All these things that we remind each other. So when you are dating someone, guys, those are the things that you need to consider. Is this person, like, if we have arguments, are they going to listen when things get hard? Because they do. They do get hard. When things get hard, are they going to stand by me? Me, guys, I don't want to lie to you emotionally. When I was going through human blood sacrifice, I was on my own with God and strangers. Those that I knew, I was no longer, they didn't exist in my emotions, in my emotionally anymore, because I could not discuss my problems with them because they wouldn't have accepted what I was going through. So you have to ask yourself, if I'm dating this person, are they able to carry me through? If healthy problems arises, are they able to carry me through? When I'm going through tough times, are they able to carry me through? For me, I was on my own. There was no longer my spouse. When I was fighting Satan, fighting the person that wanting fame through me, there was no longer my spouse. I was on my own. There was no longer in-laws. I was on my own, fighting those battles. But if things would have been different, but it wasn't different. So I'm not going to lie to you. Things were different. I was on my own fighting Satan every single day. God knew if I open my mouth in those moments, they'll get me sectioned and say Nomsa is gone cuckoo or Nomsa is gone mad or is in her heart. But then I had to speak later when I was healed. I had to heal myself. I had to be strong. Now I was willing to come out. Although the meetings were being held in front of people. But then when I was ready to talk, it was then when I was ready to talk now, I was getting rejected to say everything is in your head. You are too much. I don't want to be with you. But sacrifices all over social media. There are pastors who have been arrested. Most in South Africa now, they arrest pastors who are sacrificing people for wealth, for fame. But it's normal. Everyone knows about it. But for me, it was then when I was facing rejection now, when everything now, I'm stronger. Now I've healed, I'm being me. It was then, now I was facing the reality of life, what people are. So when you are dating someone, guys, don't date someone for today. Think about tomorrow. Will this person be able to carry me through when the doctors delivers me with the bad news? Will this person be able to stand by me? Some people, they won't. So those character you can see. No one, for me, it was just my mom. No black people. The black people that were there, it was pastors, white people, it was professionals, white people, black people, the mix that God put them in place. But none of the people that I can tell you that Nomsa say, I love you. Some of them were dismissing me to say, who does she think she is talking crap? Even my own uncle that I loved so much, my mother's brother, he turned around and said, she's full of crap. She's talking crap. When I was telling them I needed their support. So imagine a stranger, a husband is a stranger in your life. A wife is a stranger in your life. Imagine the people that your blood, your own blood. My own uncle turned around and said, she's talking crap. But I had gone to South Africa. My mom was there. I went to a house of a stranger that I have never met who took me in when I could not see the world. So I share this with you guys. Whoever you date, make sure that you value by choosing you. Choosing to identify, is this the right guy for me? Well, if you have kids, is this the right guy for my children? You're not looking for a father or a mother to replace the child of your mother or of your father, but it is the character you are looking for. Will they stand by me when things gets hard? Because they did. They did get hard. God bless you guys. And if you're watching from YouTube, please do subscribe to our channel on YouTube and share the videos and like our videos and subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please do subscribe. We have two groups, Unique Billionaire Mindset and Ngosi Talk Shows. Everyone is joining Unique Billionaire Mindset. Guys, join Ngosi Talk Shows too. Ngosi Talk Shows. Ngosi is my name, by the way, guys. So if you join anything that says Nkosi, you are saying, Nomsa, I love you so much. Nkosi is my name. That's my legal name. Nomsa is the short version of my name. So my name is Nkosi. So the talk show is named after me, Nkosi. Nkosi Talk Show. That's my name. So if you join the group, you're making Nomsa happy. God bless you guys. I'm on my own tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow. God bless.